Well, our thing is how we work and how we operate. It must make business sense on our side.
Let me get to you, because I understand that you have retired, you're 50-0, you walked away from the game, you made a lot of money, but you did make news sometime last year when people were talking about you returning. Now you're 43 years old, okay? I want to know where your head is at as it pertains to you.
Well, whatever reason it is that they want to see you, that reason is why you. It's not that you just deserve the money, because it's hard to do.
Right.
I have never encountered an athlete who, number one, flaunts his wealth the way Floyd flaunts his wealth, and who, number two, is so blindly full of himself to the fault of those who did pave the way. He did acknowledge that much, so I appreciate.
Floyd Mayweather, a boxer who has long described himself as the greatest to ever step into the ring, is now facing one of the biggest challenges of his life outside boxing. Reports and allegations surrounding fraud have placed him at the center of intense public attention, while growing speculation suggests his financial future could be in serious jeopardy if these issues continue to escalate.
Controversy. He is facing allegations of scams and being on the verge of a complete financial collapse.
I did it the hard way. You know, I'm a kid that came from poverty. I can remember being a kid living in Jersey with my mother. 7 of us living in a 1-bedroom. You know, no lights, no heat. Never cried, never complained. I just worked hard to get to where I got to in life.
When Floyd Mayweather transformed his public image from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, it marked a major turning point in his career and personal brand. Instead of focusing solely on his reputation as a highly skilled defensive boxer, he embraced a lifestyle built around luxury, wealth, and success. His image became less about what he accomplished inside the ring and more about displaying his fortune, making financial success a central part of his identity.
Look at guys that never got hit. Floyd went his entire career, got hit hard like 3 or 4 times, ever.
Yeah. When he fought Diego Chico Corrales, which was one of my favorite all-time fights, you know, because it was like, there was nothing for Diego to hit, and then all of a sudden he just bounced in his face, bop, left hook from like 5 feet away. That's a Mayweather that I think nobody could possibly maybe beat.
That was the Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather. That was before he became Money Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather reinvented himself as a global brand, making luxury and wealth a key part of his public image. Instead of being known only for his incredible defensive skills, he became famous for showcasing an extravagant lifestyle. Massive fight purses and blockbuster events helped him earn tens of millions of dollars, securing his place among the world's wealthiest athletes.
And it's just complete genius.
Yes.
First of all, from just changing his style, right? He broke his hands a lot. So when he was younger, they called him Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And then he changed his name to Money. And when he changed his name to Money, he turns heel.
Yeah.
He became like this guy, and everybody wanted to see him get beat.
Yeah.
And he's the most unhittable guy in the history of the sport.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's interesting when fighters figure out ways to do that too, like what Floyd is doing. What Floyd is doing is so interesting. He retires from fighting and he says, I'll just start boxing people who have no chance.
Hey,
Early in his professional career, Floyd Mayweather earned fight purses worth around $3 million. His financial success reached a new level after he chose to separate from traditional promoters and take greater control of his own career. That bold business decision allowed him to negotiate bigger deals, dramatically increase his earnings, and become one of the highest-paid athletes in the world. By directing his career on his own terms, he created a financial legacy that stood apart from most fighters.
Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete.
Despite the enormous wealth, success also brought challenges to Floyd Mayweather's personal life. His father has said that before Floyd became incredibly rich, the two rarely had serious disagreements. As his fortune grew, however, tensions increased because Floyd began spending huge amounts on luxury cars, expensive real estate, and other high-priced purchases. According to his father, those changes created distance between them and served as a reminder that money can sometimes change a person's priorities.
Never had an argument in our life, me and him. Then we had an argument on what was the name of it? HBO. We was on HBO. Then another time we argued over by the car. I'm saying, man, what is all this about now? I'm just saying, you know, and we never had no argument. All of a sudden, it is or it ain't. Sometimes, you know, hey, when people get, it ain't about me training or anything like that. People get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever. Father, mother, brother, sister, name it. You know, if sometimes when people get money.
As Floyd Mayweather's fortune continued to grow, many people felt his confidence gradually turned into arrogance. Over time, that change reportedly strained several long-standing friendships and relationships. Mike Tyson was among those who openly criticized Mayweather, suggesting that excessive pride could become a serious weakness. Tyson encouraged him to stay grounded, remain humble despite his success, and not let wealth or fame shape his character.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Floyd?
Awesome
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star.
Floyd Mayweather and rapper 50 Cent were once close friends, but their relationship eventually came to an end. According to 50 Cent, Floyd became overly focused on money, which created tension between them. Their public fallout led many fans to believe that wealth had begun to affect some of Mayweather's closest relationships.
Sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you'd already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
He said something to me one time, very simple. He said, what a prize fighter fight for? And I'm like, and he said, the prize. So it's okay for you to watch the fight. Don't nobody watch Floyd fight to see how amazing he is. They watch it for the opportunity to see him lose.
Right.
Because they don't like him. They don't like him because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no, like the people's champ, like Ali was standing for the same things.
Right.
The audience was standing for. He doesn't have any of that. It's just money. You know what I'm saying? And that, he knows.
Floyd Mayweather's relationship with Gervonta "Tank" Davis also came to an end after the two parted ways professionally. Davis has publicly claimed that he felt restricted during his time under Mayweather's promotion and believed he was not being compensated fairly. Those disagreements eventually led him to leave and continue his boxing career independently.
I'll be back asking you for money. Nah, why would I do that? I give her a couple dollars. I take some, whatever, whenever you need some money. You feel me? But when I was legit to be able to get out the hood, that's what I did.
Like, I had to learn that coming up that, like, a motherfucker will put you in a position to always need him. And, like, to the world, it might look like that's a great person. But, like, to somebody to understand, you understand, like, what Kendrick Lamar say? Nah, that's a master manipulator. Like, because if I gotta put you in a position that always need me, you always gotta, I'm gonna just give you crumbs. And we hear it a lot. Like, if I'm a, like, what's $1,000? You know what I'm trying to say? But to you who don't have it, is a lot, and I know you're gonna go to war for that $1,000. So me understanding that, $48 of plot power.
I'ma always feed you a little bit so you can be excited and do just enough to come back around.
But I ain't really just put me in a position to be able to, make my own thing. And I don't want to say no name, but they wind up catching it. The people that's over top of me, I mean, like, I was signed to him, and Floyd signed to him. So the person that, he said, okay, cool, I see what's going on. That's when
Tank Davis also suggested that Floyd Mayweather struggled to accept the success of others. He claimed Mayweather disliked seeing other fighters receive greater recognition or larger paydays. Davis also pointed to Floyd's confidence in comparing his own legacy with boxing legends, saying his comments often sparked debate among fans.
Say this. Okay. Out of all these guys in the history of boxing, yes, I've accomplished more than every fighter in the history of boxing. Okay, Ali. Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali when he only had 7 fights. Yes. And if we really tell the truth, if we really tell the truth, well, that's what you're here for. You're here to tell the truth. What's the heavyweight guy that Ali fought 3 times? Ken Norton, actually. Ken Norton. Ken Norton really beat Ali all 3 times. Go back and look at the fights. I mean, we just telling the truth. And I love Ali.
Mayweather's outspoken personality extended beyond his personal relationships. He frequently showcased his luxurious lifestyle, making wealth a major part of his public image. While some fans admired his confidence, others viewed it as excessive, and his bold claims about his place in boxing history often sparked criticism and debate, making him one of the sport's.
In all of my career, I have never encountered an athlete who, number one, flaunts his wealth the way Floyd flaunts his wealth, and who, number two, is so blindly full of himself to the fault of those who did pave the way. He did acknowledge that much, so I appreciate that much. But the way he just blithely scoffed at Ali's accomplishments, it wasn't just disrespectful, Stephen A. Smith. It was flat out blasphemous. Now, to your credit, you did go back at him. You can't, okay, and to Floyd's credit, you know what? Early in Ali's career, he did get dropped. Not by Burt Cooper, by Henry Cooper in London. He fought him twice in London. And he did get dropped, and he got right.
Floyd Mayweather's bold personality and constant displays of wealth made him one of boxing's most controversial figures. While many respected his achievements in the ring, others criticized his public image and outspoken attitude. Mayweather repeatedly stated that he was not concerned with public opinion and remained focused on competing, whether in exhibition bouts or professional events. Those comments continued to fuel debate among fans and boxing analysts about his motivations and legacy.
Watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And
my
like,
most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million. One watch.
And so you hate him. People hate him.
He creates envy.
Yes. Yeah, it creates envy, and you want him to...
After retiring from professional boxing, Floyd Mayweather shifted his attention to exhibition bouts. While these events continued to generate large audiences, they also drew criticism from many fans and analysts. Some believed that taking on lesser-known opponents for exhibition paydays did little to enhance his legacy and was driven more by financial opportunity than competition.